You got the intro.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sinkers and Sliders. We got a good-looking boy in the background, Toby. First, let me say this. We missed a week. We missed the second week. It was the end of my high school season, end of Toby's high school season. And I'll just open up with this and just say God is good all the time. In Matt's family, they had an accident with their younger son, Gunnar. He, riding his bike, got hit by a car, and he had to be airlifted, I believe, to a children's hospital. And thank God everything's okay. Got a bunch of stitches, unless Matt was downplaying it to me. But everything's good. He's at home, recovering. A couple pictures that I saw were bad, and then worse, and then better, real quick, and then much better. So thank God everything's good with him. So I'm gonna let Matt talk about it because he knows the facts. I don't, and pass it along.
It's one of those things that it could have been a whole lot worse. God is good. He's alive. He's breathing. He's walking, talking, crossing the road on his bike, and got D-dialed by a minivan. So I think he's got a new nickname now and do whatever, but he's alive and well. Little sore, we're still kind of nursing some stuff, but he's probably 75% back to normal. That's about as much as we can ask for. So,
well, that's great. That's great. Shout out to Gunnar. Everything's gonna be all right. I hope he had his helmet on.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
you know how Southern boys are. We don't.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No seat belts, no helmet. So
I'll edit if you want. So we'll just thank God that everything's good. He's safe. I'm sure he learned a valuable lesson, and that's all we can ask him to do. Learn from it. Don't make the same mistake twice. So we missed a couple weeks with everything that was going on, end of our season. So I'll just quickly say our season, we ended losing 3 in a row going into the playoffs. Went to the playoffs, and our pitcher struggled to get out of the first inning. Gave up 4 runs. We made a change and got it to 4-3. A couple pitches here, guys strike out. Guys on base, we don't move them over. We don't get them in. I thought the pitchers did a great job holding us to that point to bring us back to, I think it was the 6th. And then we gave up 3. So now we're back to chasing, the 4. So much more difficult. And we lost. So, and then the team that we lost to got 10 run ruled in the next round. So then we used 3 of our main pitchers in that game just to get through it. So, but all in all, it was a good year. I thought Tom did a great job. I believe it was 11-8, 11-9 was our record. So I think it was a success. So we had a tough schedule as well. First time in AAA in a power conference. So next year we go back to AA. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But what about you, Toby? How'd your year end up? I know you guys had a pretty good record. So you guys were, I believe 20-9.
21-9.
21-9 to finish out.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I wish we played that many games. So, but how'd you end up personally? I know that you're not, a guy who's going to throw your stats up. So I'm just going to make you throw them.
I had a good year. New program. Enjoyed being able to step into a new place and have some success.
All right. So what was your batting average?
467.
Well, that's great. What about you throw a lot of guys out?
I think it's 10, and I picked off like 5 to 8, something in there.
That's good. That's in 30 games, right?
Yeah.
more important, you control the running game. You help your team out, keep the ERA down. So that's awesome. Awesome. So what are you doing this summer? What are the plans? I know you're going to be playing, but why don't you give everybody listening a little sneak peek into outside of the baseball part? What are you going to be doing?
I'm at the mound at our place every day, doing lessons, hitting stuff with Dad, and then in the gym, and then we got stuff throughout the high school season. I think we're lifting 3 days a week up there, and so lifting a little on my own, and getting ready for the summer season.
Yeah, and then what team are you playing on this summer?
The Dirtbags.
Is it like 18U, 16U?
17U, I believe.
Okay, nice. So I think I'm going to catch one of your tournaments up in Chapel Hill at the second week of July.
Sounds good.
Yeah, me and your dad are going to stop by our old stadium for a night. And then we're going to continue up. Come to your tournament. Then you get to hang out with me at your house for a few days.
Sounds good, dog.
So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And what tournament? What, Matt? Isn't that a big tournament up there?
I don't know. I'd have to look. It should be pretty good. I don't know. Toby just sent me the schedule. Give me a couple seconds.
Throw it in when you get there. So, Toby, what number did you bat in the order this year?
3.
Did you stay there the whole year?
I started in I think the 7th spot and just kind of slowly ticked up.
That's great. I love that. I'd much rather a guy, always look to jump up, get better. If you're the 9 batter, don't accept that. There's no such thing as double leadoff. You're the 9th best hitter in the lineup, dude. That's the truth. If I wanted a double leadoff, I'd go 1-2. You know what I'm saying? So, because we want those guys to get up as much as possible. But that's good. You work your way up. Start the year at 7, end at 3. How many RBIs?
I have no clue.
20 more, bit less.
Something in there.
Well, that's good. That's almost one a game. 66.6% of the games if you did it. 2 out of 3. That's awesome. Then did you end up pitching at all?
No, I didn't pitch at all. I just behind the dish.
Is that a possibility for next year?
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if he wants me to. I don't know. Whatever the high school coach needs, whatever we got to do to win some games. So.
Well, that's what I mean. Was it ever discussed with the high school coach that that's a possibility this year or no?
He said this year, but I think we had 7 POs in our squad this year, so it wasn't realistic really for me to pitch and come out from behind the plate. But next year, losing a lot of them, being seniors and stuff, we might end up needing a couple extra arms to fill some innings.
Yeah, I wouldn't use you in any role but the closer role personally.
Yeah.
But then, how's our defense at when we make that change?
Yeah, not very good after that, and we should have a pretty good closer next year anyway. So.
That's the only role I can see, making sense. I'm not going to, take you 6th inning, put you behind the mound in the 7th, throw you back behind the plate for the 8th and 9th. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Well, that's cool. Are you going to pitch it all this summer or no?
No, not at all.
All right. Man who knows his role. He wears the armor of ignorance, or what is it? The tools.
Yeah.
The tools of ignorance behind the plate.
Yes.
But that's good. Great. The clips that I saw here and there were pretty cool.
Enjoyed it. It was a good year with the guys, and looking forward to going one more year next year.
Yeah. You think going in that you filled like the leadership role for next year?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good. Have the team look up to you.
For sure.
Batted, almost 500. So next year you have a bullseye on your back, man. Everybody's gonna know who you are now.
You know it, man.
So keep working, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But all right, man. I don't know about you, but I hate when my season ends. I get like depressed for a couple days, and I'm like, shit, what am I going to do every day? You know,
Yeah. Well,
another month or so of school, and then I'll actually see you. What is it, like 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
yeah. So let's let Tubby get back to what he was doing, and then me and you can.
Yeah.
get on.
Later, bro.
Thank you. So what about your end of the season? Like, what's it look like for y'all? I know the North, the South is different. I mean, y'all played your 20 games, we played our 30, we did whatever. But what are your guys doing? What's their plan? Like, and not just your guys, but I mean, like, what are you asking your guys to do?
Well, obviously, we're asking them to play. We actually have a guy who runs a team with, 5 or 6 of our guys, core guys probably next year, did good jobs, did a very good job this year, all of them in the role that, they were asked to play. And the coach actually, is a friend of mine. So he called me and was like, yo, how do you want me to use which guy? What's your plan for next year? Is this guy going to play here? I don't want to play him there, so he wants to cater to what, we're going to do, which I think is great. And to have that relationship is awesome.
Yeah. That's something that we didn't have before, but have now. So I think that's a big deal. I mean, having a coach that can kind of humble himself just a little bit and not necessarily ask for a little bit of help, but kind of like, hey, what can we do to make the whole program better? What do we got to do?
Yeah. And he's a guy who played, college ball. So he gets it, he wants what's best for all the kids, just like we do. So, he has the opportunity to put them in front of those coaches over the summer, if not help them reach to those coaches. I mean, we'll reach out, make calls, but, we just ask the kids to do a little bit of work, come up with a list, dream school, school that you'd love to go to and accept maybe not playing until your junior year, stuff like that. And we get a list and, we'll reach out to those coaches and tell them, we're going to send you a clip of a bunch of, clips from social media, whatever, we'll put it all into one for you. So you're not sitting there clicking through 20, 30 videos.
Right.
And, gauge his interest. So I'm sure he'll ask what's his GPA, SAT, and all that. So,
I think that leads into just because we changed schools and did, and our old school didn't do a whole lot of stuff over the summer, but like today we had Tubby's award banquets and like June 1st is back to open season, and they're 3 days a week. They're going to lift. They're going to do what does that look like up north? Like, what's your plan? Do you start back at a certain time? When can you start back? What do you do? How does that look?
Yeah, our guys basically play on whatever team they play on. Like there's no set team that we say you need to play with this organization on that team. There's none of that whatsoever. It'd be great if they played together, but I'll never even suggest they play together. You know what I mean? It's just something that we just don't like to do. We're not going to poach kids and make them play here and there. There could be 20 different reasons why they're not playing over there that I know nothing about. And then they feel obligated to do it because we asked them to. So that we stay very far away, never even talk about it.
But as far as high school, I mean, do y'all have any workout plans for the summer? Like, is there a routine that starts for summer? Like, if you can make it Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, whatever. What kind of plans do y'all have for like?
Well, I can tell you what was done in the past. I'm not sure what's going to transpire this year, because I haven't even gotten to the point to discuss that with Tom. So, when the season ends, it's almost like we give each other a break. We've been in each other's face for months now. So So, we actually had what was scheduled to have a wiffle ball game with our team, just so they could get together one more time. We're going to order food and let them play a wiffle ball game, and they'll hand in the jerseys and all that stuff. And then, we'll have a conversation real quick with every one of them, what we felt transpired a little bit during the year, what we want you to do over the summer or suggest, to do. Every one of them, it was get stronger, get stronger, get stronger. It's going to help, throw, your arm strength needs to be better as you're going to play this position. So, quick exit meeting, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And it rained, so we ended up being indoors. So, having 12 on 12 indoor wiffle ball is tough. So, we threw a few basketballs out. The hoops were down. They were shooting around, playing games one-on-one. And, hitting the wiffle ball, and, they ate pizza. And then, one by one, they came into the team room and handed in their stuff. And that's when we spoke to them in private. So, that's that. And then pretty much they're free to do whatever. And then August 1st is when we start our, in the past, what we did was start our fall workouts, and then we play in a fall league. So we play about, I think it was scheduled 10 games last year, and 2 practices a week. Oh.
And that
August, September.
that's August 1st, correct?
Yeah, I believe August 1st to pretty much, I guess, November, maybe the first week. I'm not sure. Because by then it's 30 degrees here. So after the weather goes really downhill, it's, pretty much when it's over. And, we'll play against the other Clarkstown team. And then, a few teams from over the bridge that we know of a fall team. It's a laid back game. It's not, probably one umpire behind the plate, and that's it. So it's really to see the younger kids compete at a higher level,
Right.
That's probably the best way to describe it. We encourage our kids to play multiple sports. We want you to play football. We want you to play soccer, be an athlete. I'll take 10 athletes on the field all day,
Right.
So, with the DH, I'm not talking soccer. So, we might even have 5 varsity kids from last year that are there because they don't play another sport. So it is what it is, so the younger guys get to showcase on the, JV game and the varsity game. So it's good. Everybody.
Yeah. I think with just you saying that, I think that's the biggest difference is we start back June 1st. Like school ball starts back June 1st. They're going to lift Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I believe is what we were told tonight, around their whoever they're playing for. If they're playing for the Generals, if they're playing for Dirtbags, whoever they're playing for, whatever that may be, they start back June 1st on.
Hold on. So they can play on whatever team they want to play on?
Yes.
All right. So any team, any organization, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Are there 2 days at the school practices that they're required to be there or encouraged to be there?
It's 3 days if you're in town and your summer ball team doesn't have something or a tournament going on, then there's 3 days that they would like you to be there.
Okay, so if you have a summer tournament, you're cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, nothing's held against you. If you have a tournament, nothing's held against you. But we're going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whatever.
That's pretty.
My attention span is short, so
no, it's pretty similar to
and gave all that out. But there's 3 days a week that the high school is going to meet from June 1st all the way through summer. There's 3 days a week that they're going to meet. If you don't have a tournament, then you're expected to be there, Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. And in the past, I think there was like I think there was a fee. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but so if you're paying to be there, you're gonna parents are gonna want you to be there. They paid for it.
Right.
So I don't know what's gonna happen this year. That's not my department, I guess, nor my joy to want to know much about it. So
Right.
So that's what we do, and then they pretty much end. They get another month where we do nothing, and then December we start where we do conditioning at the school upstairs. They do their running in the weight room. They do their lifting, and we do that 2 days a week during the winter. And that goes.
I mean, you know me, I'm an analytical butthole, but what I'm hearing you say, and I just want to make sure that I'm right, is as far as South is concerned, y'all aren't doing anything from now until you start back to school or do whatever. Is that correct? There's no regimented workouts. There's no, hey, we'll be here, we'll do whatever. It's just kind of like, hey, have a good summer and we'll see you back when school starts. Am I hearing that the right way?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, if they signed up to come to our workouts that started August 1st, if they signed up to come for it and they don't come for it, nothing, there's no consequence by any means.
Right.
If obviously if you signed up for it and you made a payment for it, your parents are going to want you to be there. You know.
I mean, my question is why are we starting June 1st and you're starting August 1st? That's 2 months.
Well, when did your season end?
I mean, like our season's like technically is still going for the state championship. They're
right now.
They're playing this week. Our season ended last weekend. As far as Toby's concerned, the team, they lost out Saturday of last week. So
say they made it to the state championship. When would all that be finished? By next weekend, right?
Yeah, by the end of this week, Saturday of this week.
All right, so ours would probably be a week or two, or midweek the week after. So we're ending at the same time. We're ending at the same time.
We're ending, but I mean everything opens back up for our high school
June 1st.
So June 1st without being whatever. So what I'm hearing, and I may be hearing that the wrong way, is you're saying, hey, June 1st, nah, bump that. We'll see you August 1st. Everybody's got the summer off, do your thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's traditionally how we do it.
Okay.
Our summer ball season ends. You guys are already in school. We're still playing for another 3 weeks.
Right.
So, everything's just like almost like pushed back a month from what you guys do, except for that break that we give them. We give them that break all the way till August. Some kids need that break. Some kids need to get ready for football and work out all summer.
Right.
And other kids, go on vacation. They do this, they do that. We're not going to make all year round mandatory when you play 2 different sports or 3 different sports.
I got you. I mean, nothing's mandatory. I'm just trying to figure out what the New York rule is. You know what I'm saying? Or what the rule up there is.
Oh yeah. There's state rules.
Hey, I'm going to be there on Tuesday. If you want to take some hacks in the cages, I'll be there Tuesday. It's not mandatory, but I'll be there Tuesday. Is that legal or is that illegal as far as school rules concerned?
I'm not 100% sure. I'll look it up actually, because I know that there's a certain amount of time where you cannot be around your team until a certain date. And I think that date is for us. I think it's August 1st. I think that's why that's in place.
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Let me double check. New York State.
But I mean, I know like our head coach is sitting around biting at the bits waiting on June 1st because kids can't be at the field. Like Toby wants to get on the field. There's kids that want to take ground balls and but they can't be on the field till
June. No, we can do that. They could do that.
But our guys can't be on the field till June 1st. So I just didn't know if y'all were doing anything, whatever. If you're not, then you and Tom need to sit down and like, hey, I'm going to be here this day, whatever. That's just my personal opinion. But I just, offer it if they don't come because their summer schedule's so full or they're playing tournaments or doing whatever. But shit, if you're the boss, then offer a day and let them come. If they want to,
I'll see where we're going to teach for skills. That's the off season.
as long as it's not breaking school laws. So
hold on here. It says permitted off-season activities are conditioning and weight training. Open facilities. They may open their facility, gyms, weight rooms for free play or general use outside of school. Coaches can only serve in a supervisory capacity. No coaching, teaching, or skill-specific instruction are permitted. The baseball exception. As a sport-specific exception for baseball and softball players are allowed to throw outside of the season to condition their arms, though coaches still cannot mandate attendance or teach specific skills during this time.
yeah,
Prohibited activities are mandatory attendance. Coaches do not require players to attend any off-season workouts, practices, or open gym. Instruction and drills. Coaches are explicitly banned from running skill-specific practices, running drills, or organizing team activities out of season. Non-school sponsored teams. Athletes are permitted to play on non-school or travel baseball teams outside of high school baseball. However, rules dictate that high school coaches cannot mandate participate on these outside teams, and the use of school-owned equipment for non-school programs is typically restricted.
Yeah, so yours is a lot different than ours. So
that's
we had that little close period and then opened back up June 1st. So that's interesting. Just what I'm saying, like, and I know we've talked about, you go way back, maybe first or second podcast we ever did, and talk about the weather and talk about how many more games we play and do, but they're still, it looks like they're still limiting you from what I could see on the outside looking in. Like they're limiting you from being able to do stuff when the weather's good.
Yeah, but I believe that's why there was always a fee.
Right.
Because you're paying for a service. You're choosing to pay for it. So I think that's why there was always a fee. I just thought of that now. That only makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a way to get around not being able to work out with your team.
Yeah, I got you.
I haven't been a head coach and worried about all that stuff for like 15 years.
Right.
So and we had fall stuff, but nothing was mandatory. Nothing. I don't think we ever charged anything for it.
Yeah.
A lot of it was like trying to fix the field, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, but
well, Patty, I think that was a good one. We're kind of sitting right around time. I don't know what your plan is. I know we're a little behind. If I'm not going to change clothes, and if I've got the same stuff on and we're in the same atmosphere and we can come up with another one, then I'm good for it. But just
new man. So
I'm
yeah, I'm cool. I got nothing else going on.
Look at there. I think I might have done it.